afternoon and welcome to today's edition of My Karate Journey. This is episode number 9. It's September 3rd, 2021, and it's about 4:45 in the afternoon. I'm just getting ready to head out to sparring class. Tonight's class is open to anyone that's a gold belt, green stripe, or above, but over the past few weeks, I'm the only one that's been coming to sparring practice. And I don't know if that's because of summer, and we just had black belt screenings not too long ago, and a whole bunch of other things going on. So I'm assuming that tonight's going to be similar or the same as it's been for the past few weeks, with only me and the main instructor basically sparring one on one for 45 minutes. And it's a lot of time to be, just going pretty much steady. We take little 2 3 minute breaks here and there, but for the most part, we just kind of go at it. And I love it because there's only the two of us, so we can really work on some stuff. And unfortunately, by doing that, I don't get to spar with different people of different skill levels. Obviously, he's a fifth degree black belt. I'm a green belt, so there's a lot of distance between the two of us, and about 40 years difference in experience. So my goal is to learn as much as I can on these individual lessons. I mean, they're not technically individual lessons, but if no one shows up, what can you do? So I'm hoping some other people show up so I get to. I really want to spar with some people that are at my own belt level and roughly the same, if not a little bit better than me skill wise. That way I can get a good approximation of what's going to be happening in tournament. Tournament is the 8th and 9th of October. So today's the 3rd of September. So it's just a little more than 30 days away, and I'm really looking forward to it. I went down earlier today and I was practicing my forms. And because I'm a green belt, my form is a form called Wanjan Hyun, which is the second beginner level form. The forms in order go. Uh, the white belts don't really have a form, but they start learning Genesis. The gold belts, the form is Genesis, like in the beginning, Genesis. And then I'm a green belt, so that's Wanjan Hyun. The next one up, the first intermediate level form is called Shinjin Yun, and I've just started practicing that one. I've been doing it for about a week and maybe a little more than a week. So I've probably done the form itself maybe 20, 25 times. And then the blue belts get introduced to the bow, and they get a form called Shi Young Bow. And then the red belts, which is the next level up, gets a form called Zhang Do Moon or Zhang Du Moon. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. ZANGDOMOON. I think it's Zhang Du Moon, but don't quote me on that. And then the brown belts get another form called Discovery, which is a bow staff form. So I haven't advanced that far, obviously, so I've just been kind of watching the tutorial videos for Zhang Du Moon, but I haven't started practicing it yet, and I'm not going to really even think about practicing that until I get to the blue belt level. So I basically got one, two, three to four more belts to go till I get there. But it's really interesting to see what is coming up for me. So, like I said, tonight's sparring class, I got me a new pair of sparring shoes. Check these out. These are, um, they're a brand, I think they're called All Star Group, ASG. And it's kind of weird because, you put these go on your feet, obviously, so your toes go in these little elastic bands, and this goes underneath the bottom of your foot. So it's probably inch and a quarter inch thick on top of the bridge of the foot here, and then the back is probably about an inch thick. It's hard foam, and the idea is that when you are sparring with your opponent, you kick them or punch them or whatever, you're not going to cause a lot of substantial injury, and then this protective gears. I just got these. I haven't tried sparring with them yet. They're kind of slippery on the surface, and the inside's kind of this satiny. Um, I'm not sure what material it is. Kind of similar material to my shirt. It's kind of this a moisture wicking shirt, which I wear when I'm working out, and so I'm hoping that these go do well. The ones that the ones that are like the intro ones, they're just kind of foam, and they have a plastic strap that goes here and a plastic strap that goes back here. And the shoes, the size smaller than the one I have is too small, and the size that I have is too big. So I kind of need a medium, or not a medium, like a half size. So these are large, and the um, and I wear a 10.5 or 11 depending on the shoe size, and the um, other ones you get me are like size 12s, and they're too big, and they don't have intermediate level. They don't only have a size number. It's just kind of small, medium, large, extra large. So they kind of like for 12 people with 12, size 12 feet and above. That's like kind of the way I'm trying to say it. And they're just too big, and every time I move, the plastic strap moves forward and gets in between my toe and my it kind of in between the toe, and the big toe and the index toe, and I really hate that because it just feels horrible, and I get these horrible blisters on kind of uh, my big toe. I don't know if you look at, so like it's obviously my thumb, but so you got your big round part of the big toe, and then there's that space right in there. I get these horrible blisters, and so I wrap my toes up with elastic, or not elastic, athletic tape to help prevent that. So we'll see how these do tonight. Um, I also wear these black matte shoes. You can't wear them when you're sparring because you could hurt somebody. They're designed to give you good traction, and they're size 12s, but they run small, so they're really more closer to a size 11, and they're kind of tight. And they only have one shoe hole on each side, so instead of like a normal shoe, crosses, this just goes across the top, and then you tie them together. And so they constantly come untied, and I like them because I don't get the blisters, but they stick really well to the mat surface, so it's really hard to pivot and turn and stuff like that with those on. If you watch any of my other videos, you see me wearing these black shoes, and that's what they are. They're matte shoes, specifically designed for karate and on the mats. So the tournament's coming up. The 8th is the intramural tournament, which is only open to my school, and we have schools all over the Midwest, so I don't know how many people are coming. So we'll see. And I'm competing in 2, maybe up to 4 events. I haven't fully decided yet. And the first event I'm doing is individual curriculum form, which for me right now at the green belt will be Wanjan Hyun. And then I'm going to do the non-compete um, form, which I'll be doing Shinjin Young, which is the next level. So I'm not competing, and I'm not going to be entered in any of the competitions scoring for that event. And then individual sparring, which at my level, it goes by age, weight, and belt level. And there's only, as the way I understand it, there's only 2 weight levels. There's lightweight and heavyweight. And the lightweight division cuts off at 170 pounds. Anything 171 and above is in the heavyweight category, and I weigh 200 pounds, so I'll be in the heavyweight category against the gold greens. So green belt, green purple stripe, gold, and gold green stripe. So those are the 4 levels that I'll be competing against. So belt level, age, and weight, and it's a single elimination tournament. So if you lose your first round, you're done. But they do have a consolation round So we'll see how that goes. And then the fourth possible, it's not set in stone yet, that I'll be doing is team form with two other people. And we haven't firmed up anything yet. And beginning my because of my schedule being away for 5 6 days at a time, finding time to practice as a team is really challenging. So we might not do that at all. We'll see. So those are my three possible or four possible events. And Saturday is the Open tournament, which is open to the entire world. Because of COVID and stuff, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of international competition. Um, so it's open to anyone, around the world. So if anyone comes, I think it'll be a lot of American people from different states, different styles. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'll keep you updated. Promotions for September are the 24th, I believe. So the last. I look at the calendar here. I just got a new monitor today, so it's all nice and huge. I got a 27-inch monitor. I love it. So it's 2 weeks from today. So we got the 10th and 17th. Well, 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today is next promotions. And if I were to be promoted, that would bring me to purple stripe green belt. Unless I really rock it, and possibly very slim, I say like less than 5% chance of skipping going right to purple belt. So on that note, I'll call it a day. Stick around at the end of this video. I've got my I did three forms. I did the Genesis, which is the introductory gold belt form, and then Wanjan, which is my level form, and then Shinjin, which is the next level up. They're similar and they're completely different, and then they're similar. So it's kind of weird when you're doing all three forms, when the moves are so similar. Like I've been practicing Wanjan like a lot because of the promotions and tournament. So I started doing Genesis, and the first move in Genesis is a pseudo block, and then you yell, yeah, and then a shift and a punch. And in Wanjan, the first move is pseudo block, a ya, and then you shift to a low block, point, and then you kick. And so they start with the exact same move, but the second moves are different. So I kept throwing myself off, so I kept having to redo and redo and redo. I think I did it about 7 times before I got it where I was just doing the correct form. So stick around. Hope you enjoy those. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching my karate journey. We'll see you after the September promotions. Have a good day. Form Genesis. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Form Huan Shan Hyun. Yeah. 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 Form Shen Jian Hyun. Yeah. 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 Yeah.